If you look at the original copy of the I Have a Dream speech, you will not find the words I have a dream. Martin Luther King Jr. improvised pretty much the whole speech. Martin Luther King Jr.'s original name was Michael King. His father loved the Protestant Reformation leader Martin Luther so much that he changed his name as well as his son's name to pay respect to the religious leader. Malcolm X's original name was Malcolm Little. He considered Little his slave name and said X symbolized the unknown tribal name of his ancestors. The following are known as the 8 points of attention of the Black Panther Party. Pause this video and read the list. Some of you may be surprised. Rosa Parks was arrested on purpose. As an NAACP secretary in 1955, Parks heard about the bravery of a 15-year-old girl named Claudette Colvin, who refused to give up her bus seat to a white person. Colvin's actions inspired Rosa Parks and eventually led to the integration of the Montgomery busing system. Jim Crow is not a real person. He was a fictional character created by white America that reinforced stereotypes of African Americans through white men dressing up in blackface. Jim Crow eventually came to define a nearly 100-year time period of legal racial segregation in the United States. Whites made it nearly impossible for African Americans to vote during the Jim Crow era. People of color were asked to do things like naming every judge in a state, or guessing games like how many marbles were in a jar or bubbles on a bar of soap. What's even crazier is that these practices were technically legal in the US until 1965. Here are some more surprising dates. The American Armed Forces were not integrated until 1948. Schools were supposed to be integrated in 1954, but many didn't until well into the 1970s. Segregation in public places was legal until 1964. And lastly, interracial marriage was not nationally legalized until 1967. In 1926, Carter G. Woodson started Negro History Week in order to improve the teaching of Black history in public schools. Woodson chose a week in February because it included the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. In 1976, the US government officially declared February Black History Month.